Hello everyone, welcome to This Week in Comics. I am Sid, this is Pete, and we are here in Comic Connections. And what are we doing?
Looking at comics.
We're looking at comics, so let's look at comics. So the first book I'm going to discuss this week is Batman Damned issue 2. Yeah, it finally came in. So it is like a month late, but it is fully painted. And of course, DC had to go through it with a fine tooth comb, knit comb, pubic comb. They were looking for penises, basically.
Aren't we all?
And DC have made sure there aren't any penises in this issue, I believe. So that's nice of them. What's quite sad about this book is it's a beautiful book. There's a lot going on. It's asking the question like, did Thomas Wayne cheat on Martha? Mm-hmm. And did Bruce know about it? And has that kind of affected his psychology growing up? No one's talking about that.
No, it's just
oh my god, Batman, a male adult, has a penis.
Yeah.
So
we should see that coming. Probably cut that.
No, that's staying. That's innuendo. Innuendo is fine. So yeah, Batman Damned issue 2 is in, and hopefully people are going to get on board this one for the right reasons, not for the speculator reasons. We did sell most of our copies to regular store customers for cover price. We didn't massively inflate or erect the price.
Good.
Yeah. I wonder if when issue 3 comes out we can do it without mentioning... No, probably not. So. That's in anyway.
Let's do the next comic, I think.
What have you got?
Batman is back, but this time he's not damned. He's a detective in Detective Comics. Issue 994, 6 issues to go.
Yeah, so they've started the countdown to issue 1000 on this book. The regular cover has a big countdown.
Oh, does it?
Too, yeah, which is kind of cool. For me, I'm really excited about this book. Less for the issue 1000 thing, although that is cool. But it's Peter Tomasi.
Yeah.
And how good has Peter Tomasi been?
Very good. He's been, if you've been reading Superman recently, because we recommended it a lot, I say recently, before Bendis came on board, Tomasi was at the helm. We're back at Batman Damned.
We are.
He was writing that. He does very good stuff with a pencil and pen or computer. I don't know how he writes.
No, I don't know either. But he's still on Super Sons Adventures of Super Sons.
He certainly is.
But from what I've heard, he's planning to stay on Detective a long time. Like everyone's looking at what Tom King's doing with this massive arc, and he wants to be on Batman for like a good 100 issues or so. I've heard that his Batman and Robin stuff just before New 52 and then during New 52 was very good.
Yes.
So cool.
Doug Mank
nice.
On art as well. He's pretty good.
Oh,
seems to suit the book nicely. Yeah, it looks interesting.
For me, this is a top pick this week, and we've massively increased our orders in Detective Comics because it sells nowhere near the Batman numbers. I'm hoping with Tomasi on, it will sell closer to Batman numbers because he deserves an audience.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Thank you.
So do you remember last week?
Yes.
To the surprise of everyone, there were no Spider-Man books in.
Yes.
Well, this week there's 6 Spider-Man books.
6.
So you got Spider-Gwen, Spider-Girl, Spider-Force, Miles Morales, Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man.
Surely that's all of them.
No, that's not even half of the Spider books.
Spider
but you know, Spider-Geddon is winding down now, so a lot of those books like Spider-Girl, Spider-Force, they're the last ones. I wouldn't have chosen a week this heavy to launch a new book. But they are launching the first Miles Morales Spider-Man book this week. So what's really cool about this book is, I mean, I like Miles as a character. They have just stuck with the Spider-Man name. They didn't go with that whole Spidey. I'm not sure if that was just a vicious internet rumour or if they just plain didn't like the idea. They've kept the legacy numbering as well. So if you want to keep buying Ultimate Spider-Man based on... Where did they get that number from? 241. That seems incredibly high for Miles. They must be counting every issue of Ultimate Spider-Man and then his own book.
Yeah. Got to be
right?
It's got to be
so it's quite high. But hey, look, it's a great jumping on point. It's the first time we've had the character written by a minority creator rather than just, you know, white dude writing minority characters. So that's cool. I know that's important to a lot of people out there. And it's nice to see a bit more representation in comics. And that's why that's my second pick of the week.
Yeah, if you like the Spider-Verse movie that's out now.
Yes, yeah, it is. Spider-Verse is out. This is you jumping on.
We've spoken a fair bit about some creators we love. How about some new creators with DC's new talent showcase?
Oh.
They release one of these every year. It's a showcase for new talent.
Okay, so who's in it?
Batman.
No, I mean, who are the creators?
Catwoman.
Creators.
You've got the likes of Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Never heard of him.
He's writing a Batman story. You've got a Constantine story, easy for me to say, by Sanya Anwar.
Yep, not familiar with them.
Priscilla Pretarity. They've got some really complicated
names. Right, okay, so I've just
had
a look through this, and I think Joey Esposito could do very well.
Okay.
He's got a Catwoman story in here, but he has that secret ingredient of an I and an S next to each other in his name, which is a theory of our cameraman that all comic creators have is or s in their name somewhere.
Jeff Johns.
So, yeah, Stan Lee.
All of them, really.
Stanley who?
Mark Miller.
Yeah. Alan Moore. So $8, so it's a bit of a punt to take on an anthology book by people you don't know, but it's kind of cool that DC do this and give people a chance to get their work out there. So
once a year, I always buy them because it's a good way to read some new stories from some new creators, and you never know, that someone in there might be your next big thing.
Could be your next favourite writer,
Could be.
And it all starts here. Notice there's no Superman or Flash stories in here, so bet you enjoyed that. Yeah. So there you go, well done, good pick again. Oh, I'm liking this. Here's another one for me, Pete.
Oh,
sorry. Good. It's Fantastic Four Wedding Special.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's an absolute delight to say that Fantastic Four has been selling really, really well since Dan Slott bought it back. That's because Dan Slott's brilliant.
He's good, isn't he?
And actually, his Spider-Man run, which is what he's most famous for, doesn't come close to his She-Hulk or his Silver Surfer, which are just immensely better runs. Spider-Man's good, but Silver Surfer, just one of the best comic arcs of all time. Ever. So, we're staying with Dan Slott, and we're looking at his Fantastic Four Wedding Special. So, Ben Grimm is getting married to Alicia Masters. It's not the first time she's got married in a Fantastic Four book. Ooh. She married Human Torch, if you remember.
No, I don't remember.
But it turned out she was a Skrull all along, and it was Lyja, who later joined the team, and her and Johnny tried to make a go of it, and then everyone just forgot her. So, could have used that to great effect in Secret Invasion, but they didn't. No. So, if you want to see Ben Grimm's prenuptial hangout stag do.
Going then.
Yeah. No, I highly recommend this. I highly recommend the Fantastic Four run. I've talked about it a lot. So,
everyone loves a wedding, don't they?
Yeah, so let's move on.
We like a new character, don't we, on this show?
We do.
So, how about one from DC? And it's called... What are you doing?
I'm going to talk about Goddess Mode issue 1 from Vertigo. So we haven't got any new Image comics this week, but we do have an issue 1 from Vertigo. Kieran Gillen says it's one of the freshest artists in comics and one of the most exciting new voices from out of comics to create... It's not actually a sentence.
Glyn? Yeah, that's tricky.
Oh, it's sort of a sentence. I expect better from Kieran Gillen. That's not easy. Kieran Gillen says it's good. And that's right, because his Die issue 1 last week was very good. Goth Jumanji. So the idea is there's a civilization who are fully controlled by an AI, and one of the people who is set to repair the AI, they go inside the machine, they find a whole other world. So it sounds a bit trippy. I'm hoping that at some point someone's running around the entire internet on a floppy disk and someone's trying to chase them down, because I don't think they make movies like that anymore.
No, they should.
It's hard drives now.
Yeah.
It's not the same. So
Cloud.
Or the cloud. You can't really chase a cloud.
Well, you can.
Pixar could.
Yeah.
But no one else.
No, Pixar could do it. Pixar, there's your next film.
Yeah, Chase a Cloud.
Chasing Clouds.
Chase a Cloud. They've done 2 Cloud shorts already.
Have they?
So, Goddess Mode issue 1 from Vertigo. Continuing the recent trend of bringing back Vertigo books and making them good again. Goddess Mode, check it out.
Check it.
Right, I feel I interrupted you there.
Yeah, you did interrupt me, because I've got this excellent new issue 1 from DC, and it's America's #1 missing link is no longer missing.
Well, I'm going to talk about Batman Annual issue 3. So we've matched this to the Batman orders. It isn't Tom King doing it, but it does look like a very good story. Quite an Alfred-heavy story. It is part of the main numbering of the Rebirth series. Can you still call it Rebirth?
I don't know.
It is part of the numbering of the Tom King Batman series, because he did the Annual 1 and Annual 2. This is Annual 3. We've automatically matched it to your orders. It looks quite good. The art style's very nice, very, very clean and crisp. Not someone I'm instantly familiar with. Schmidt.
Batman?
No. So, but it seems to be set quite early on after his parents have died and Bruce gets brought back home from the police. And they're like, yeah, his parents are dead, you've got to look after him now.
Somber.
So, did Alfred just instantly take to that, or did he have reservations?
Find out.
Yeah, find out Batman Annual number 3.
Right. I'm going to try this again.
Right. I'll let you get to the title.
DC have got a new character out, and there's a new book. It's an $8 book, but you know, if there's $8 on it, it's got to be good, hasn't it?
Wonder if my mic's okay. Keep going.
So this new character is called Sasquatch Detective.
Which is why I'm going to talk about The Batman Who Laughs issue 1. So if you're a fan of Metals, and a lot of you were, if you like Scott Snyder's New 52, if you like a character who is essentially just Judge Death but in Batman titles doing bad things, then yeah, Scott Snyder is back on the book. Artwork by Jock, who's always amazing. Batman Who Laughs issue 1. We have kind of matched this to people who were getting Metals, but it's been so long since that came out, we might have missed a few people. So come in, get this on your order if you haven't already. It's a hot book. I think we're going to sell out pretty much first day, but it looks really good. So yeah, definitely a top pick. It's a very Batman heavy week, isn't it?
Yeah, there it is. As I was saying, Sasquatch Detective from DC Comics.
Open your hand. Darth Maul issue 1. Last week we talked about the Age of Republic comics that Marvel are putting out. We had Qui-Gon Jinn last week. Now we've got his murderer. Darth Maul gets his own book. Wonder if he continues murdering in that.
Looks alright, actually.
Yeah, it does look like he'll probably murder some people. So yeah, Darth Maul, he's a fan favourite from Star Wars, isn't he? Everyone likes. Yeah. Even if you hate Episode 1, you probably like Ray Park's Darth Maul.
Yes, I like going to Ray Park's in the summer. It's got some good roller coasters.
Probably should talk about Sasquatch Detective now.
Sasquatch Detective.
Okay, so what is it? Is this Hanna-Barbera or Warner Brothers? Or...
No, I think it's just new. I did a little bit of digging before we went live on air. And it appears to be a new character set in the DC universe. Wonder Woman's in it, apparently, towards the end.
Has this character appeared before?
No, apparently not.
Okay.
All new. She's a Sasquatch who's a detective. I mean, DC must have high hopes for this. It's $8.
That, to me...
It's a lot of money.
No,
for
I'm missing something. I feel like I didn't get the memo.
64 pages.
Detective Chimp, who's awesome, got like 8 pages in the back of the Batman Secret Files. Where's the Detective Chimp one shot? That's what I want to know. Hellboy Winter Special. So we talked about Hellboy a few times now. We have already created an event for next year. March the 23rd is Hellboy Day. Basically mentioned this to get in a cheap plug for it. Hellboy, traditionally, it's never done amazing in the shop, but since they started doing the omnibuses with, it's done really, really well for us. Good. That means a lot of comics in one book. So yeah, Hellboy, and there's a new movie, right?
There is,
the dude from Stranger Things, the sheriff. He's got really buff.
Has he, or is it just prosthetics?
Or is it suit? I think he's actually just got really buff.
Okay.
So yeah, either way,
let us know
if you like some Hellboy, yeah, if you think the sheriff from Stranger Things is A, buff, B, suit, or C, steroids, just leave a comment below.
Yeah.
And the winner will get £1 if they can prove it.
Worth it.
I can't see how they would. If I commit to something I can't back up,
it's £1. I'm
just going to talk and ignore that, and hopefully no one will hold me to it. Hellboy Winter Special from Dark Horse is in this week.
Oh, I love a Winter Special.
Is it Detective Sasquatch Detective?
Sasquatch Detective. It's cool.
Is that what it is? Is that
available in all good comic
Are you going to talk about that again?
No.
Are you? Is that your top pick? Is it? Is that your favourite?
But I thought it'd be something interesting. People like new crazy things, a bit wacky. Gerard Way likes it. He's written something for the front.
I tell you what, Gerard Way, who all his Young Animals book got cancelled.
Yes,
I tell you what we'll do is in a month we'll have a look at the sales figures for Sasquatch Detective and we'll do a special episode all about it.
Stay tuned.
Wouldn't that be exciting?
Yeah.
What have you got?
Flash trade paperback. It's the Flash War. This was really good. This is probably the best that this new Flash book has been since Rebirth. It's gone not downhill since, it's just not quite as good. But this was incredible. Wally versus Barry.
I mean, it is a Wally story front and centre, isn't it?
It is.
You know, Barry's just running to keep up.
He sure
literally,
is.
And Wally is like, I'm getting my family back. And Wally's faster. And Flash, Barry admits it.
Yeah, Professor Zoom's in there.
Wally is the best Flash.
And it also saw the return of a fan favourite Flash character who hasn't been seen since.
Which is?
Do you want me to spoil it for people who haven't?
Oh, that's a good question. Leave a comment below, and we can spoil it in the comments or not. Yeah, no, it's a brilliant book. I love this one as well.
It's great. Art by Howard Porter as well.
Yeah, old JLA Inca. Was he Inca originally?
He
was
drew
Inca.
it.
Oh yeah. There we go. So yeah, I love this because Wally, But what I really like is we're in volume 8. Joshua Williamson's done every episode, every issue so far. Episode. What is this? Netflix. Yeah, keep it up. It's a good run. My graphic novel pick this week, Peter, is Ice Cream Man Volume 2.
Bit cold for ice cream.
Right.
What do you think I was going to say?
My old name. My dead name.
Right.
Don't do that. So, yeah. I've talked about this before. Sort of a creepy horror book, a bit of suburban horror going on. Kind of like the Stephen King shorts that you used to get, short stories that he'd do. But yeah, everyone seems to be on its own, but they are kind of linking in with a great theme of this weird ice cream man dude who's just around when things go wrong.
Creepy.
Yeah, and they did one really quite cool issue where hey, every page was split into the three colours of Neapolitan.
Neapolitan, yeah.
So you had your kind of vanilla issue, you had your strawberry story, and then you had the chocolate one. And you know, one was kind of light and
Fluffy.
the one was dark, and sort of they all went a bit dark really. But they kind of told you three different stories that were happening at the same time, put through the filter of different flavours of ice cream. Shouldn't work on paper, should it?
Not
It
really.
shouldn't. It doesn't. Yeah, but it did work and it landed. And that's the thing I've really liked about this book is every issue, no matter how weird it's been, no matter how much I thought, nah, this doesn't work, by the end of the book, it always works. It always lands, which is good. That's what you want. Ice Cream Man Volume 1 did very well for us, so I'm pleased to have an extra flavour. Okay, so that's it for another week. I enjoyed that. Did you enjoy it?
I had a great time.
What are you looking forward to reading most?
Superman. We didn't talk about it, but
No,
Jonathan
it's in
Kent's back.
Issue 6.
Ooh, yeah.
It's been good. What am I looking forward to most? Glad you asked. All of it, I think. Actually, it's a really good
Everything.
week. Well, not everything.
a
I
lot.
don't get everything, but all the Fantastic Four, all the Batman, all the Spider-Man. Yep. Heart on my sleeve. I guess I'm just a nerd, really.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Sid. I haven't thought of a slogan.
I don't believe you for a second.
But you can just go home and read some Logan.
Oof.
I literally hadn't thought when that was on the way in.
Slogan.
Yeah, slogan Logan.
I mean, if it had ended with like da 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 bit of a burr, old man slogan, there would have been something in there to unpack. But what you've done there,
I've picked you soon my Christmas ones.
well, you got a week. Think of another one, and then we got a week off. Figure out from there. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. We will be back next week as we look at just masses of stuff that's coming out just before Christmas.
All Christmas treats.
I think it'll be a quiet week compared to this week, but I haven't looked. I might be wrong. Thanks for watching. Comment, like below. Answer some of the strange questions we asked. One was multiple choice, so it's not too difficult to type A letter, is it? Or B letter, or C letter.
Bonus question, is vanilla a flavour?
Is vanilla a flavour? Not really. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.
Bye.
I could zoom out of it, but then I
Do you want a
get
curry?
bored.
I'm having a work one tonight, otherwise I would definitely do that.
Cold opening.
There it is.